Yo, yo, yo. What's good with it, y'all? It's your boy Lamborghini Preem back once again talking this boxing shit. And as always, make sure you head over to my official site, hustlegameboss.com, and check out all the fly shit over there, including my all new album, It's My Turn, the Throne Ascension LP, the deluxe edition, featuring 2 or 3 extra bonus tracks for y'all that fuck with me. Also, make sure you head over to hustlegameboss.com/shop and check out all the fly merchandise over there. You see something you like, go on ahead and cop it. You know what I mean? I definitely appreciate you supporting your boy, always. With no further ado, let's get on to this video because there's some shit I really want to speak on. My man, Terrance Bud motherfucking Crawford. Gotta give it to Bud, man. He had a great showing in his last fight against Mean Machine. I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce my man's name. I'm gonna just refer to him as Mean Machine because that's just basically how it's gonna go. I'm not even gonna attempt to butcher his name. I don't want to do that to the man. He deserves a great deal of respect for the fight that he put up as well. You know what I'm saying? That was a very good showing by Mean Machine, and I'm looking forward to seeing him again. But ultimately, he was just outclassed by Bud. Bud just a better fighter all the way around. He was able to adjust. Actually, I think as soon as Bud got caught with that knockdown that they called a slip, yeah, that shit was a knockdown. But, I mean, they called it a slip, so it is what it is. He got hit with that. After that, Bud was like, oh, nah. Oh, nah. You know what I'm saying? It reminded me of that when Floyd Mayweather took that shot from Shane Mosley in the second round. Like, after he took those shots, those big shots that Shane landed, when he went back to the corner, he had a look on his face that was just like, like he was more embarrassed than anything. And because of that, he was going to whoop Shane's ass for the rest of the fight. And that's exactly what happened. Same thing with Bud. Bud was alright. He was in control of the fight the entire time, though. So I can't even say that. It's just one of those things where he was getting beat up or had like any kind of issues in the beginning of the fight and then had to adjust like that. No, it wasn't like that. It was Bud had things well in hand. However, my man Mean Machine would land big shots here and there. Big shots though. So I gotta give Mean Machine credit, man. He came to this fight. He didn't come to lay down. He came to win. And you can't do nothing but respect that, because usually opponents on the top rank end, when they just opponents and they don't have no ballyhoo behind them, usually they just there for the check. You know what I mean? It's usually, that's how it feels at least. I don't know. I don't know these guys personally, but just from a fan's perspective, it looks like they be in it for the check for the most part. You get your good guys here and there like Mean Machine, but for the most part, that's how it goes. So that's why I was surprised by Mean Machine showing it. I want to make sure that I salute him, you know what I'm saying, for doing what he did. But there's a couple things I want to discuss now that we done spoke on the logistics of the actual fight. After the fight, yeah, my man Timothy Beanhead Bradley. Let me stop, man. I got a lot of respect for Tim Bradley, man. I do got a funny shaped head, though, my nigga. But nah, I got a lot of respect for Bradley, man. He should actually go to the Hall of Fame, multiple weight division champion, was able to beat Manny Pacquiao the first time. I got a lot of respect for Bradley. Just his skills, the way that he outclassed Juan Manuel Marquez alone should be enough to get him in the Hall, But, I mean, that's just my opinion. But the shit he was doing after the fight, I did not like it at all. Like the dude Ken from Teddy Atlas show said, it was like he was on there trying to do his best Teddy Atlas impression. And I'm just like, bruh, come on, Timmy, you wildin', boy. It was never that serious, man. Never. You know what I mean? I understand that somebody from, higher up, put a battery in your back, told you to go out there and, do what you got to do to, say what you had to say the things that you said about the PBC guys and, everything. But, dude, be yourself. Just be yourself, my G. If that is you, cool. But I don't think that's you. The rest of the public don't think that's you. And we know you better than this, man. You could say what you had to say. You could have still got that same sentiment across without doing a Hulk Hogan promo and shit. You know what I mean? That shit worked for Teddy, because Teddy, just that kind of guy. It fits him. It works for him. You know what I mean? I can't explain that shit. But it don't work for you, Tim. You an articulate brother. You are very, very good at, conveying your thoughts. So I think that you should do it in a more Tim Bradley manner. I'm not saying don't be animated. I'm not saying don't be, boisterous, or, don't speak in a tone that may be a little, louder or more, or just showing excitement and things like that. I'm not saying none of that. Don't stop doing that. If that's really what you do that. But the fake Teddy Atlas impression, didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. Then you trying to play them boys and, put the big boy pants on and everything. I'm not mad at that, but that's a little unprofessional, being that you are a commentator. You're supposed to be biased and impartial. I'm unbiased and impartial. Meaning, well, the reason why I say that is because if, let's say Bud gets a fight with one of the PBC guys. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, he able to fight Danny Garcia. Now, you didn't just talk shit about this man on TV, him, his management, and everybody else. You think they want you on the team calling that fight? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's just unnecessary. And plus the ire that you draw from that kind of shit, it's just not worth it, G. You know what I mean? I know they paying you real good at Top Rank. They always have. You probably made way more money, more than enough to retire 5-6 times over with any of those Pacquiao fights. I'm sure you got paid handsomely, my man. So I don't understand why you got to jump out the window like this. Well, maybe it's a loyalty thing, but either way, dog, cut that shit out, man. Cut that shit out. It was not a good look. And for my man Bud, I gotta be honest, man. For all my fellow Terrance Crawford fans out here, y'all boys gotta cut that shit out, man. I'm talking about the fanatics, the ones that don't want to admit no wrong. The fact of the matter is, Bud is where he at because he chose to sign with Top Rank again after he had the perfect opportunity to switch to PBC. If he really wanted to fight the top guys, because we all know the top guys are on PBC, just about every weight class except for whichever one Canelo chooses to be in right now, and shit, that's basically it, really. Every other weight class, maybe the very, very super, like, atom weight, you know what I mean, the minimum weight guys, maybe outside of them, Al Heyman controls, well, not Al Heyman, the PBC controls the top guys. Though that's who you gotta go fuck with. If you want to fight the top level, you gotta go fuck with PBC. Now, Bud chose to stay with Top Rank for whatever reason. I don't know why. I don't really care why. I respect his decision. You know what I'm saying? He think it was the right one. It's his career. He know what's going on behind the scenes way better than we do. But at the same time, if you so choose to stay with Bob Arum, knowing that, he likes to kind of bullshit around when it comes to making big fights with PBC, or basically anybody that's not Top Rank, or that he can't exercise options on the fighter. Just dealing with PBC, he's not going to have the pull to be able to demand that kind of shit like he would against, say, maybe Eddie Hearn or somebody else like that. Not to disrespect Eddie Hearn, because he's also a big-time player in the game, but usually Eddie Hearn fighters, he concedes options to Bob Arum when they want to make big fights. Usually, at least that's from, back in the day, from what I remember, just off the top of my head. But he did used to do that, so I don't foresee any of the PBC guys capitulating in that manner at all, period. A lot of the guys on PBC purposely left Arum for that reason. You know what I mean? And to be real with everybody, man, I know Bud and all of them got to say what they got to say. I know they got to. But the reality of it is, if he really wanted smoke with the PBC guys, he could have signed with PBC on a fight-to-fight deal and basically did what he would. Same thing Mikey Garcia did. Get you a big name here, big name there, and then you can go on back to Top Rank if that's where you feel more comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Or somehow do a joint thing like Top Rank did with Golden Boy not too long ago. I can't remember which fighter specifically. It might have been Matisse. I don't remember. But they had a joint partnership with a couple fighters, if I'm not mistaken, and it worked out well for them. Now, if you know that, going in, when you go fuck with Arum that this is how this is going to go. This is the precedent. It's been set numerous times over. He wants fights in-house, and I can't blame him. That's his business model. That's how he want to move. That's what it is. But you can't sign that contract and then come back out here complaining that you can't get no fights. You knew what it was when you signed, that it was going to be extremely difficult to make fights with PBC fighters unless certain concessions were made. And that's just the bottom line. Usually Arum not around for them kind of concessions. So what that means is you're held at the behest of Arum. Meaning if he don't want to make the fight, it don't get made. No matter what gets said in the public. So to me, Bud is where he at. He brought it on himself. You know what I'm saying? If he really, really, really wanted them belts and all that extra shit. Well, I can't say really as if he don't. But, I mean, the actions suggest that whatever it is that Top Ranking them do for him makes him comfortable enough to be cool with the possibility of not being able to fight these PBC guys. And that's just basically how I look at the shit. You know what I mean? And looking at it like that, man, I don't want to hear no complaining about the other side of the street. Y'all know how it is. You know how to give it up. So I don't want to hear that shit, basically. You know what I mean? I know now that Bud done ran out of opponents on the Top Rank end, and it's gonna be hard for them to pull another rabbit out their hat and create another, fighter that we will accept. Because at this point, we want to see Bud fight a real name nigga. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to see Bud in there with I don't know, just another Mean Machine type level fighter. You know what I'm saying? Those guys are good. They're not on the higher level though, the upper echelon of the division. I want to see Bud against Sean Porter. I want to see Bud against Danny Garcia. I want to see Bud against E. Spence when Spence get back, depending on how he look. I definitely want him to take a tune-up first. But I want to see Bud against these guys because if Mean Machine is able to knock him down, man, that makes a fight with a guy like Danny Garcia like much, much more interesting. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas can say what they want to say about my man Danny Garcia, but that motherfucker can crack. You know what I mean? Man, the way he stretched Khan, you know what I mean? And a lot of the other tougher guys that he didn't knock out, but they took hellified shots. Sean Porter took some hellified shots in that fight, which was close, but I thought Sean won. I say Keith Thurman took some hellified shots too. I feel like Garcia hurt him more than a few times in that fight. You know what I'm saying? My man Keith had his game face on. No, I gotta respect it because he didn't really show it, but he got shellacked a couple times in that motherfucking fight, man. So if Danny Garcia able to land one of them no look hooks on Bud ass, man, we don't know. We don't know how that might turn out. He might go out like Khan. You know what I mean? Or he might eat that shit like Thurman and then, outbox him. Or Bud, because Bud, the type of fighter, man, Bud got so much heart. He's so thorough. Man, Bud get hit with a big shot, get knocked down. I guarantee you he get up and go right back into the fire. I guarantee it. No matter how against the game plan it is, how probably not the best move in that situation it may be. Bud is a hood nigga. Much like myself, you got hood nigga tendencies. You do some shit like that where you drop it. Well, I'm not a boxer like that, but I do box. I've never been dropped or anything like that, but I know if I was dropped, oh nigga. Oh nigga. I'm getting back up and I'm getting in your ass, boy. I don't give a motherfuck what it take. I'm going in. And that's exactly what I see in Bud. You could just see it. Like, you can see it in his eyes. You get up, he ain't bitch up. You know what I'm saying? He ain't start boxing like Anthony Joshua. Not to say that Joshua bitched up. He didn't. But he boxed the safety first fight. You know what I'm saying? And Bud was like, man, fuck all that. I need to get that back. I understand that mentality. I respect it a lot. That's why Bud one of my favorites. But As far as all that PBC complaining, man, they can go on and miss me with that shit because Bud brought that shit on himself, you know. But we here now. It is what it is. I do still want to see these fights, so hopefully Aram come to the table and bust a move that's correct and able to put Bud in position to go ahead and get the adulation and the title shots that he so richly deserves. You know what I'm saying? I just got a lot of love for Bud. Want to see him do well in the sport. He's already over 30, so it's time for the big fights now. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see too much more posturing and all that shit. This guy's over 30. Spence, if he not over 30, he at 30, somewhere hovering close to that. These guys are in their primes, and it's time to fight. So with that being said, man, I'm on to the next one. Shout out everybody that fuck with me. I really appreciate y'all the long way. And I'm going to be dropping some new shit all the time. Not all the time, man. I'm dropping some new music very soon, and I'm be try to make sure that I'm way more consistent with these videos, man. I'm really sorry about that. I just be having a lot of shit going on, and it'd be hard to get these bitches out like I like to. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna keep a tighter schedule, you know what I'm saying? Try not to let certain things run into it like it is right now, But yeah, with that being said, I'm on to the next one, man. Appreciate y'all listening. 100.